Hello students, let's try to understand carbon and its compound, right? So to understand carbon and its compound, in last chapter we came to know many compounds of importance to us. In this chapter we will study about the some more interesting compound and their properties. Also we shall be learning about the carbon and its element. Carbon, an element which is of immense significance to us in both its elemental form and in combined form. No? Now students, here you see, look at the item that came in the last column of the above table filled by you. Your teacher will be able to tell you that most of them are made up of the compound of carbon. So we are things made of metal, like that you can say that is cable, you know. This is, you can be cable, iron, okay, vessel, that is especially cooking vessel, things made up of glass and clay. So that is a cup, okay. Other things are there. What things we are talking about? Chair, table, okay, sugar, CO2. So they are saying, look at the items that come in the last column of above table filled by you. Your teacher will be able to tell you most of. So if you chair or if you are talking about, that is, it is containing the carbon, student. Table containing carbon. Sugar, you know very well, that is Su12H22O11. So carbon is CO2, carbon is there. Can you think of method to test this? What would be the product if the compound containing carbon is burnt? Do you know of any test confirm this? Yeah. So that is, students, let us see. Food, clothes, medicine, books, or many of the things that you listed are all based on the versatile element carbon. In addition, all living structures are carbon based. The amount of carbon present in the earth crust and in the atmosphere is quite mere. The earth crust has only 0.02% carbon in the form of minerals like carbonates, hydrogen carbonates, coal, petroleum, and the atmosphere has 0.03% carbon dioxide. In spite of this whole amount of carbon available in nature, the importance of carbon seems to be immense. In this chapter, we will know about the properties of carbon which makes the carbon so important to us. Well, bonding in the carbon, the covalent bond. In this chapter, in the previous chapter, we have studied the properties of ionic compound. We saw that ionic compound have higher melting and boiling point, conduct electricity in the solution or in the molten state. We also saw how the nature of bonding in ionic compound explained these properties. Let us now study the properties of some carbon compound. Most carbon compound are poor conductor of electricity, as we have seen chapter 2 from the data given in table 4.1. Here is acetic acid, chloroform, ethanol, methanol. On the boiling and the melting point of the carbon compound, we find that these compounds have low melting and boiling point as compared to ionic compound. We can conclude that the force of attraction between the molecules are not very strong, since these compounds are largely non-conductor of electricity. We can conclude that the bonding in these compounds does not give rise to any ions. In class 9th, we learn about the combining capacity of various elements and how it depends on the number of valence electron. Let us now look at the electronic configuration of carbon. The atomic number of carbon is 6. What would be the distribution of element in various cell of carbon? how many valence electron will carbon have? We know that the reactivity of element is explained as their tendency to attain a completely filled outer shell. This is R10 noble gas configuration. Element forming ionic compound achieved this by either gaining or losing of electron from the outermost shell. In the case of carbon, it has 4 electrons in its outermost shell and need not to gain or lose 4 electrons to attain noble gas configuration. If it will if it were to gain or lose electron, it could gain 4 electron forming C4 minus ion, but it would be difficult for a nucleus with 6 proton to hold onto 10 electron, that is 4 extra electron. It would lose 4 electron forming 4 plus cation, but it would require a large amount of energy to remove 4 electron, leaving behind a carbon cation with 6 proton in its nucleus holding onto just 2 carbon. That is why carbon overcome this problem by sharing of its valence electron with other atom of carbon or with atom of other element. Not just carbon, but many other elements form molecule by sharing electrons. In this manner, the shared electron belongs to the outermost shell of both the atoms and lead to both atoms attaining the noble gas configuration. Before going on the compound of carbon, let us look at some simplest molecule formed by sharing of valence electron. The simplest molecule formed in this manner is that of the hydrogen. As you have learned earlier, the atomic number of hydrogen is 1. Hence, hydrogen has 1 electron in its K cell, and it required 1 or more electron to fill the K cell. So, 2 hydrogen atoms shared their electrons to form molecules of hydrogen. This is allow each hydrogen atom to attain electronic configuration of the nearest noble gas, helium, which has 2 electrons in K cell. We can depict this using dot or cross to represent valence electron. So hydrogen, 2 hydrogen, if they are sharing one valence electron, so H2 form, and this H2 is having what, student? Helium like configuration. So this is all about the answer, student. Thank you so much for watching.